Elegant and majestic, the Andalusian is one of the most magnificent horses the world has ever seen. Revered as the pure Spanish horse, this noble warrior has been the preferred mount for royalty and knights since the 11th century. At medieval times, Andalusians formed the lifeblood of the kingdom. Most of the proud stallions that perform at medieval times dinner and tournament were born at the company's 241-acre Chapel Creek Ranch in Texas, making medieval times a North American leader in preserving the breed's 1,000-year-old pure bloodline. The first 3 years of the horses' lives are spent at the ranch, where they are petted, brushed, and grow accustomed to being in close proximity to people. They're also gradually introduced to halters and lead ropes. The Andalusians spend a minimum of 2 years learning the basic elements of dressage before ever appearing in a show. During this time, the horse and rider form an indelible bond. The Andalusian stallions that we use at medieval times can trace their lineage back to the 11th century. These were the actual horses that carried kings and queens and knights. I mean, everyone comes to see the knights and the fighting and everything, but the horses are the star of the show. The style of training that we do here is called classical dressage. It was born out of maneuvers that were learned on the field of battle. You have knights that are in full armor. They have swords, they have shields, they have lances. So what they had to do was they had to learn how to ride using weight displacement and leg commands. A proficient rider in dressage can actually make a horse go forward, back up, and turn a complete 360 without even using his hands. All of the maneuvers that the horses do here are maneuvers that they would actually do naturally. We have the lacer, where the horse is walking on his hind legs. We have the passage, which is a collected trot. We have the levade, where the horse rears up on his back legs. Some of the most dramatic high-level dressage movements are known as airs above the ground, where the horses actually leave the ground. On the field of battle, when a horseman was surrounded by foot soldiers, he would ask this horse to jump up in the air and kick out. Now, if you've ever seen this before, it's quite something. And when you have a 1,200-pound horse kicking out to the rear, you want to get out of the way. The Andalusians' powerful hindquarters make them well-suited for performing the airs. Each horse is different, and just like humans, they learn at their own pace. A good rule of thumb is less is more. The less movements and commands you see being given, the better the performance. In almost 30 years of medieval times existence in the United States, we had never really touched on the relationship between the knight and the horse. We actually show that with an act called the Liberty Horse. And the horse rides into the arena with no rider, no bridle, no saddle, completely free. And we show the relationship as the horse bows to the master of horse, and it's this very, very close bond that they form. It's really a beautiful thing. When they're not performing, these majestic stallions live a lifestyle befitting royalty. Each castle features stalls lined with special designed floor padding that's easy on the hooves. The horses dine on the finest alfalfa-rich hay and drink from pressure-activated bowls that flow with fresh water. And when the magnificent horses of the realm retire, most often between the ages of 16 and 18, they live out their lives in comfort and serenity at the Chapel Creek Ranch in Texas. The type of entertainment that you're getting here at medieval times with the horses is not anything you will find anywhere else in the United States. You're not just watching it, you're here watching the horses perform these magnificent maneuvers in front of your eyes, all in an enclosed 11th century castle. The things that they're doing are not things you would see anywhere else, except for medieval times.